What's up, everyone? We are back with Spanish GP.
And 66 laps were of immense pressure by the first 10 drivers, Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes. I don't know where Aston Martin was this time. I didn't see them well, but we saw Alpine for a change. Both the Alpines were in points this time.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. But anyway, let's start with George Russell, who was leading for the first 2 laps. Let's see how that happened. Swam.
Yeah, so basically he got a big toe from Norris and Max. As we know, Norris tried to push Red Bull in the grass, and George was like, "Okay, guys do this,
You guys
and
do
I'll
that
take
stuff,
the lead."
I'll
And
just
that's what
take-
he did in the turn
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So easily, man. Like it was like butter, bhai. ऐसा easily निकल गया ना वो बाहर. No one was expecting. सबको लगा था Max या Norris कोई तो first रहेगा.
Correct.
But no, bhai, George in the
Yeah.
P4 he came. It was so much unexpected thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened because he got a great toe from both the cars. That's
Correct,
why.
correct,
Naito,
yeah,
it
yeah.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
been possible for him.
But safe to say that Mercedes is finally coming up the level we all expect them to be. Yeah, they're still some podiums away, 2 podiums away.
Yeah.
But Lewis
podiums
Hamilton
away.
winning this, there's a dark reason for that. We'll get to that later. But let's continue with what's happening in Red Bull, because Red Bull's car seems to be unreliable, and I would give the full credit to Max here, not the car, because Max is an upskilled driver right now. He is unbeatable just because of the skill he has. And Perez, no mind. Let's continue.
Let's continue on that. But yeah, definitely there is a threat to Red Bull, honestly saying, by
Yeah,
McLaren, because they were so close to
100%,
them.
100%.
Even in qualifying, Norris beated them and got into P1.
Yeah.
So it's a big threat for Red Bull
Correct.
now to get some good upgrades.
Fair. It's their time. So, what then happened is that Ferrari was having a very poor race. I don't know why they were not performing the way
Poor,
they were
man,
supposed
so
to.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, don't know what happened there. Then there's something, I guess, happened between both the drivers. I didn't see half of the race, so Soham was seeing it very in the most
Yes.
focused way possible. So Soham will continue here.
So basically, as we know, Carlos is from Spain. Yeah. So he has got that home race energy and everything, right? So both are on the soft, brand new softs. They were all both pushing.
Yeah.
Charles was trying to preserve them, but Carlos was not in that mood. He tried to push, and what happened was in the turn one again, Carlos was about to overtake him, but eventually they both got into contact.
Yeah.
And
Minor contact.
that pushed Carlos out of the track,
Yeah.
which eventually Carlos took the position and went ahead.
Yeah.
And even Stewart's race director was like, it's totally okay. You don't have to give your position back to Charles.
Yes, because he was
which made
technically
Charles
because he was
furious.
technically pushed onto the side road by Charles. So the way he was already ahead of Charles before he was pushed away. So that's fine. I mean, he got a good pace in the race and he was doing good. I mean, they were 5 and 6, so nothing too big about for the Ferraris. But
That's true.
But it's a threat for them that Mercedes is doing better. I don't know what will happen
Yeah.
to Lewis next year, but never mind.
idea.
Let's not get carried away. Yeah.
Gasly and Ocon. So both did a good job, honestly saying. Even after Alpine having such a big trouble the whole season, they did a good job. Gasly qualified P9 and Ocon did P10, which is pretty good for Alpine at this point.
Of course.
But the main issue, while the race, Gasly decided to pit, and oh god, they did a 6.7 pit stop. Are you serious? 6.7
What?
seconds?
When did this happen?
Yeah,
Oh
6.7.
my
Yeah,
God.
he almost lost around 8 places. He was dropped down so bad.
Oh my
He was
God.
furious. Even the team was furious. Like, what has happened? But what can we even do? The
typical
main
Ferrari
issue was,
pit stop.
as the track is very tricky, right?
Yeah.
And it puts a lot of pressure on the left tires and on the rear tires, and that's the reason the tires are not coming out that quickly.
Correct.
And that's why it all messed up.
Yeah, fair.
But as you can say, Alpine did a good job recovering and getting into points, especially getting into points right now.
It's a good comeback
So they
story,
did a
to
good
be
job.
honest. It's a good comeback story for Mercedes and for Alpine as
Definitely.
well. I don't know what happened with Aston Martin here, because see, Stroll being Stroll, we cannot say anything about him. But I was expecting something out of Alonso, but that didn't happen as well. So let's see what happens with them in the upcoming Austria GP. We'll wait for that.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, as we know, Aston Martin didn't perform. Even Visa Cash App RB didn't perform at all. Yuki got a 5 seconds penalty because while he was racing side by side
Correct.
besides Albon,
Hmm.
Albon was pushed on the gravels. It was almost close that his race might get ruined, but it
Oh.
didn't. He got in the back
Nice.
on the track. But yeah, that's why he got a 5 seconds penalty. And seeing Daniel did a good job, honestly, saying
Yeah,
with that
he was
bad
doing
car
good.
also.
He
came
He was
P15.
just keeping up with the race. I'll just say he wasn't aggressive enough, but he was there just
He was
because
not
he knows
aggressive.
how important he has to be in the race. Else Liam Lawson is
Definitely.
waiting to take his seat away. You never know.
Yeah, he's just back. It's just at the backside. He's
Yeah.
like, you do a fuck up, I'm gonna get into your place.
Correct.
So he's pretty close.
So talking about bad pit stops, even Mercedes did the same with Russell. They also managed to ruin half of the race for Russell by having a 5.6 second pit stop. I don't know what happened with them. Maybe I
Again, the
guess
same
some
issue.
tire-
Honestly,
right?
it
Yeah.
was the same as Pierre's thing happened. It has
Correct.
the same issue with the Russell also.
Yeah. So I mean, hard luck for him. But still, I'm happy that
Yeah.
they are finally in the top tier teams that we deserve for them to see. Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing at the end of the day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
At the end, Russell went into hards, and because of this radio message, Lewis went into soft. Use soft,
Okay,
and this
nice.
helped a lot.
Correct.
Like Mercedes was flying. Honestly saying, Lewis cars was flying, not Russell cars. Lewis cars was flying because of that soft tires. Honestly saying,
But-
and that got him into P3. Honestly,
Yeah.
if he would have also been on the hards or on the mediums,
He-
it would
he
have
might
not
have
been
dropped
as
him up. Yeah.
podium place, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, soft tires did help him.
But the things that is going around the Mercedes factory right now, I guess that also might be the reason why Lewis was given an upper hand here. That's what I feel, and
Yeah,
that's what even
definitely.
Soham would agree to, because
Yeah, I do.
that allegation of sabotaging Lewis's car or whatever that was, I won't get into details yet, but we know how severe that could have been for the team, because being an eighth world champion,
Eighth
he
world champion, yeah.
deserves that respect, that nothing should happen
definitely.
wrong with him because he's leaving, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, let's see what happens there. But all right.
Yes, and as I said, Russell was on hard tires. It did a lot of damage to Mercedes. Honestly saying, they would have lost P4 position because
Right.
of this. Because hard tires, usually we know it's a heavy tire. It takes time to heat up and everything. And as you know, Charles was on the soft tires, so
Correct.
Charles was attacking crazy on Russell
Yeah.
in the last lap,
Yeah.
and he was pretty close to overtake him.
I guess they were about to even touch, right, at some point, because
Yeah.
they were going that
Yeah,
aggressive. Because see, I mean, I agree that both the Mercedes cars flying out of nowhere is a bit of a hit for Ferrari as well, because now there are 4 teams to keep up with, and not everyone can be in the top 3 podiums. At least one team has to be
Yeah.
out all the time, right? So considering that, they had to push, but I guess Ferrari was not in luck here. But anyway, Aston Martin, what they need to do is needs to keep up with the upgrades that they are getting, because their upgrades were fucked this time. I don't know, something went wrong with the upgrades or anything, but the car was not at all suitable for the race, right? And it's a bit tight because of the triple header races now. The first is done, the more 2 are to go, so they need to have it sorted out. Else, all these 3 races before the vacation, everything is ruined for them already, which looks as a downfall.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now they're just competing with Haas, Alpine,
Correct.
and Visa Cash App.
Oh,
These are
you
the
forgot
three
about
teams there right
Sauber.
now.
Please don't forget about Bottas. He should get the importance.
Sauber. Yeah, Bottas you can say.
Yes, he should get the importance,
Yeah, they
because
are there.
he's in negotiations with Mercedes again. That's rumor,
Yeah.
obviously, but
yeah, we can say that. Yeah.
but they are in negotiations for next year's drive, which he wants to be the primary driver, of course. But let's see.
Yeah, it will be a good comeback for Bottas, honestly saying.
Yeah, he needs that. He
But
needs
again,
that.
he might be a wingman, not the main man.
The biggest loop right now, who's stuck at is Carlos Sainz, because he's going nowhere right now. He has no team to keep up.
Yeah.
Like Williams see, we can agree that Williams is coming up, but we cannot just completely say that they are the best team out there. And also Audi, but Audi is also considering Nico Hülkenberg, right? If I'm not wrong, Nico Hülkenberg.
They have.
They have already.
I guess
right?
they will go
They
with
have
Nico,
already,
because he
and-
has signed with Sauber
Correct.
right now for the next year.
And even Haas has signed.
Honestly saying, he is in the team.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is. But let's
He
see where
is.
it goes, because it's not official yet, so we cannot say, right? At least for
And
Carlos.
speaking of Carlos, also, it was like before Spanish GP, his signing contract might be out, but it's still not out yet. So,
Yeah, so
let's wait.
let's see
By
what
this
happens.
week, we are hoping that that news might come
Yeah.
soon. So yeah,
So that was the weekend. It was a very fast going weekend. The cars were good. At least the top 10 cars were flying out there. There was nothing to complain
Yeah.
about from anywhere. And Red Bull being Red Bull, still dominating. But I must say that the dominating days of Red Bull are going to be over very soon, because the cars are coming up. And I really hope that McLaren and Mercedes don't fuck up now, because if they do, they won't be able to do anything here. So
right now McLaren is doing a good job.
Yeah.
They are doing a very
Because
good
Mercedes
job.
is
And
still
I feel like
working
more
on it.
2-3 upgrades
Yeah.
can bring them up.
correct. So
Like Red Bull is not showing the pace in qualifying, if that's right. But during the race, I don't know what magic they are doing
practices also.
and what strategies they are playing.
they are never
that
to be
Max
seen in
is
the-
coming first.
They are never to be seen in the
Yeah,
practices
so-
as well. They just come out flying on qualifying and the race. But there are some reliability issues according to how the radio messages of Verstappen goes to the team. But still,
Yeah.
they have a dominating time. Let's see.
Yeah, they don't have a dominating season this year.
Yeah.
Like, it's totally opposite, I can say.
Yeah.
So
It's-
that's a good thing for
It's a good
McLaren,
rivalry battle,
I
to be
guess.
honest. It's not completely
Yeah.
gone, but
it's not
a good
Mercedes
battle.
right now, it's McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a change. But the love and hate relationship of Max and Lewis should always stay. I mean, see, they are races.
I don't think now it's gonna be like that anymore. I don't feel like that, because they are becoming now pretty good. Not good, but yeah, they are good together. After the race also we saw
love and hate.
many
That's why I
clips
said
of
love and hate. Yeah.
yeah. So Max was like, "Can I give you a massage? You're getting
Yeah.
too old and everything." So yeah, so you can see a bit of love between them.
Correct. So,
But yeah,
all right. So that was the weekend for
All right, yes.
Spanish GP, and we will be back with the other two races soon. And we have the Bugatti Tourbillon out, but
Yeah.
we are running short of time because we have some plans to keep up with. So I'll make sure that we make that podcast by the end of this week and get it out for you guys. I know it's late, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah.
but we'll soon get it up to
Yeah,
you.
and there are some more updates in the automotive world as well, which you guys should know about Mahindra, Hyundai, and Kia. So yeah, and Royal Enfield as well. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, the new bike is gonna come soon. So yeah, let's see.
Don't say it yet. We will keep it secret from it. Alright. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Yes,